welcome to our Grass Cast. I have Melissa Skipworth with me. She is our producer and the AV queen of the world. Thank you, Melissa. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shanna Perry. My brand recognition is Shannabis. I started about 10 years ago on my crazy quest to follow cannabis companies, but my original plan was to be an advisor, do as much research and educate myself as much as possible on all these businesses and all these happenings, from the science, the technology, the grow, as much knowledge as I could absorb, and networking and meeting people, and just engulf myself in this sector. Pretty much anybody that looks to make money off this industry. I've studied and analyzed a lot of companies over the years, and now a lot of these companies maybe were private and went public, and there's thousands of tickers out there. I have chosen one to start and cover, and there's a couple other notes we're going to have towards the end. I know that these companies, I feel with my research, are solid and positioned to grow, and those are the advisory services that I offer. But unfortunately, there's many more out there that are going to fail, or that have hemorrhaged so much money at this time. I personally don't believe they can come back from it. Maybe some I hope will. But the money's the money's, and the facts are the facts. So I'm going to present you with the facts that I've accumulated over the years. And tonight's Grasscast, I will be covering Hemp Inc. Hemp Inc. is a company that most of you are familiar with. It's been around about 10 years. It is worth a penny in the course of 10 years. I am still learning on how that is even possible, but I consider it one of the most risky tickers out there, simply because in 2016, the CEO was charged by the SEC on fraud. So I don't believe that is a very good investment in a very already risky industry. So again, this is all public knowledge right here. This is just, again, I look to you professionals in the investments world. I'm looking to learn as much as I can off of you. If any of you can comment, fill me in on how something like this can even occur. Upon reading the website of Hemp Inc., they have 9 acres in the Carolinas. Now, 9 acres, that's great. So at this point, many farmers and many analysts out there have said that the farms are going to make about $60,000 an acre. That's the average of what the promises are made in a volatile market, and we, things are only worth what somebody's willing to pay us for them, is a great philosophy that I stand with. 9 acres at $60,000 an acre would be $540,000. That's the inventory they have on 9 acres. This is now if you are going to analyze this company as a farming manufacturing company. Now, this term fully integrated gets thrown around a lot. Now, full integration is great as a controlling aspect, but when you're fully integrated, you take on all those costs as well. So if you believe that this company can make, on their last social media post, I read that there was 150,000 pounds that they were going to dedicate to rolling CBD joints. So 150,000 pounds is going to be turned into joints. So at 150,000 pounds, I'm going to estimate that would be 63 million grams. A lot of grams, 63 million grams. Let's say, retail, argument's sake, let's say, that each one of those grams, that they're a fully integrated, and they have the capacity to redistribute 150,000 pounds into joints at $5 a gram. So that would be 63 million grams, or 63 million joints. Now at $5 a gram, you got $315 million. $315 million. So as I analyze this company, my opinion, because of so many reasons, and now as reality is here and, you know, it's time to produce the money, these are the two options. And those numbers are way too volatile for me. So my vote is no on hemp. In this epidemic of the vape crisis that's going on right now, the fact that people are dying, which is something that I nor anybody else should take lightly. I have not only advocated for many years and tried to tell everybody out there the unscrupulous activities that have been transpiring with lack of real adequate supply source. And back in the 60s, something called media started lying to us a long time ago. And now we're here in a world where Johnson & Johnson has to pay all this money because they frauded women in marketing, and, you know, opiate crisis is here. So in a world of that, knowing what it is we're buying, consuming, we need to know what's in there. Whether or not we decide to consume it because we like Cheetos is our personal decision, because we live in the United States of America and that's our freedoms, right? So I'm going to cover 3 companies that I feel have serious problem. So let's go over this. The first one would be Ignite. The ticker is BILZF. Number 1, there's never been adequate testing of those vape products. Number 2, I actually spoke to one of their brand ambassadors at a convention last year, and I specifically asked, you know, where does your CBD come from? And he made sure that he told me that it was a synthetic CBD that they were using. Gaining that information, and also the fact that, you know, with the big ads and a lot of spending on lots of media, because, you know, it's easy to spend money when you have money. Besides the fact that they hired a lot of top tier talent in the beginning, the CEO and the captain of that ship burns money in his backyard. Company was dead in the water, unless you believe that some vape pens and toothpicks are going to recoup the $10 million, I believe, that's already been lost. I don't like that this one is on my list. Moxie, Green Growth Brands. Moxie, you have such a great concentrate. I have money in you. I have faith that you're going to come back from this. But unfortunately, upon my last trip to a dispensary, there was a shelf full of flavored vapes. No. You make such a good concentrate. You don't need to do that. So, because I know you make a very good product, I'm going to keep my money in, and I'm going to watch you, and I think you're going to do good things. I have faith. Altria. ALTRIA. The ticker is MO. They own Juul. They own PAX. I feel as though this is a very risky stock, and what most of you don't know about this company, it is the parent company for Philip Morris. So now, with all of the lawsuits happening with Big Tobacco and Juul and people making God knows what and putting it in cartridges and doing all of that, they've, you know, meshed the two at this point, I guess, so much. And I believe that this is a stock that, not only as analyzing this stock, I would have absolutely nothing to do with it. I hope this was informative for you, and if you're going to be in Las Vegas November 7th or December 12th, I will be hosting a dinner discussion where we can sit around and chat about these kinds of things. What you look at when you want to invest in these companies, yes, they're all making sales, but how much of that pie is distributed where is where your money is. So hope everybody has a great night. Talk to you soon. Peace.